Hello and welcome. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction, and this is a Lionsgate portal read for the Divine Feminine. Now, you do not have to be a female to watch a Divine Feminine, and you do not need to be a male to watch a Divine Masculine. We both have those within us, right? We are both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine all within one. So I do recommend that you watch both. I'll link them together so that you may be able to find them. A little housekeeping. We are outside, so if we get interrupted, I apologize. I have a pretty busy family. Now, the Lionsgate portal. What is that? Well, I have done some Google research. I am not an astrologer, but I absolutely love astrology. I am very intrigued by it. So this is what I have come up with from the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal happens every year around the 8th of August, okay? It's when there's like this rush and like a higher flow of cosmic energy between the physical and the spiritual kind of realms, okay? The gateway is created as the star Sirius rises into the sky. Orion's belt aligns directly with the Pyramid of Giza, which is in Egypt, if you were wondering. And from our perspective here on Earth, it almost appears as though Sirius is just closer to Earth, okay? So Sirius, the star Sirius, it comes by its name very honestly. If you don't know what it is twice, it's a massive star, okay? And it's twice the size, actually, it's twice the size of our sun and 26 times brighter. So it's pretty, like, it comes by its name very honestly, as I said. It's also this serious source of spiritual kind of light within the inner planets, okay? It definitely brings abundance and harvest and fertility. You know, that is what it is known to bring. So as the zodiac sign, this is how Lionsgate kind of gets its name, okay? We are in the zodiac sign when this happens, and it happens every year around the same time. So it's in the zodiac sign of Leo, the lion, right? Lionsgate portal, okay? And as a zodiac sign, Leo is very much associated with the heart center and represents the individualized expression of the divine, okay? The gateway talks all about ascension codes. That's kind of what it's talking about, and the energies of higher consciousness, and how they're all so supercharged and like almost turned on, kind of in a sense, you know, during this gateway. Like this is kind of what happens. So the lion's gateway energy is it's really all about fully awakening your divine light and embodying divinity within a physical form, okay? So that is kind of what we're looking at, is this Lionsgate portal, and what this kind of increased cosmic energy flow is going to be looking like for the divine feminine, and then also for the divine masculine. We'll do the divine masculine in a separate read, but this is our divine feminine. So let's get into this. It's I've split the deck here. This is the Good Tarot, and I've split it into Major Arcana and Minor Arcana. So we are going to start here, and this is who we are as the divine feminine right now. Okay, who are you? Patience, the Temperance. Look at that. And the High Priestess on the bottom. Let's see. The divine feminine here. And the Minor Arcana. Oh, they just came right on out. The Five of Water and the Queen of Air. Wow. And the Five of Swords on the bottom. Patience. You know, this has been one that I think has been really challenging for a lot of us this year. There's been such a time out put onto all of our lives, right? And really, as we have grown and as we embrace this High Priestess who is on the bottom of this deck, and this High Priestess is that connection to the divine, okay? It's that the ability and the clarity to be able to see kind of between both realms, you know, what is happening in the 5D realm and what is happening in the 3D realm, and how that all looks, how that all plays into our life, okay? The High Priestess is talking about being that ability to be able to connect, okay, and trust in a divine. Understanding that your intuition guides you, understanding that, you know, Spirit, the Lord, like they send messages directly to you so that you can, breadcrumbs so that you can follow your pathway along. And so when patience was the card that came out here. Sorry, my dog just burst through the door. Are you, either one of you, going to close the door now that you've been through it? Guys, excuse me for a second. I need to close the door. My dog's rudely just bursted through. That was rude, boys. At least close the door if you're going to go through it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the patience, the temperance, like that is about, the temperance is all about learning to trust in the Lord's timing, learning to trust in the divine's timing, right? Like sometimes I feel like we get so frustrated and caught up in the fact that things just aren't happening fast enough for us. Life isn't changing in the patterns we want it to change in. Yet the temperance is saying the time is not right. Though you may feel it's right, the stars are not aligned for this to be what you want it to be. You have to be patient, okay? And the high priestess knows that, okay? Listen to that intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust that now is just not the time to bulldoze forward here. Now is the time to be patient. Now is the time to sit, to focus just on your energy and the power that you have within you, and understanding that when it's your time, you'll know what to do next. And then the minor arcana was the Five of Water here, which is talking about cups being spilt. It's talking about kind of emotional heartaches. And maybe that's where some of this high priestess and patience is coming from, because there has been, look at here, on the bottom is the Five of Swords, right? And there has been some tensions, right? There definitely has been some, fives are kind of that number in the tarot that they're a tougher kind of number. Okay, they're one of actual hard times. And the Five of Cups to me is often like, look at, she's kind of heartbroken here, right? She is, she's despaired. She's like, you can see that she's kind of in anguish over it. But the Five of Cups is saying the cups that have been spilt needed to be spilt. Okay, and the Queen of Air came out with that. And that's the clarity. Okay, that's the intuitive clarity, the understanding, the knowing, the reasoning behind it. Okay? Yes, maybe some cups got spilled. And yes, maybe you're still working through this this patient kind of stage where, it's almost as though you are ready for this healing right now, but you need to understand that there is the time for it. And your heart needs to adjust and be able to work through these steps. That's why we're breadcrumbed signs, okay? So that we don't get overloaded, okay? All right. We're going to see what the energy is here. What's the energy for the divine feminine here? This gateway. What is the energy of the gateway here for the divine feminine? The energy of the gateway here for the divine feminine. And that heartbreak, guys, that heartbreak is going to be different for all of us as far as who you are, because we are so individual, okay? But allow Spirit to just work through that heartbreak with you, okay? Don't resist it. The energies, we're doing 3 here. Community, rest and rejuvenation, and the thinking man. Look at that. And the door to romance on the bottom. And then temple path behind that. Wow. And then cornucopia. Holy smokes. Well, the energies around this gateway could definitely be, talking about healing this gateway, okay, this door to romance here. See this? And then the temple path was right behind that with the cornucopia following that. And when this is talking about energies, I very much feel that this is talking about the healing, okay, the healing of this door to romance and what that looks like, okay, and that's going to be different in everybody's life, okay. But with the temple path behind that, I really see that energy as as you heal your connection with the divine, as you really focus on your healing towards that connection with the divine, that ultimately heals or opens or aligns you to these doorways. Or even if you're not open to a new doorway, like if this is not a new doorway, right? Sometimes our doorways within relationships can be closed off because sometimes our negative energies that accumulate over time when we don't deal with them They close our own doors that are already there for us, okay? They make it harder, okay? I do feel like there is a lot of healing around romance within this. And I think probably just because as you heal yourself more, it opens this doorway, or maybe that's going to be different for all of us, because for some it's going to be very much it's the healing of that doorway, right? It's the healing of that past love. It's the healing of maybe some sort of, yeah. The cards that came out, the energy cards that came out here was community. You know, this is creating your soul tribe. This is connecting to the people, you know, who are going to really truly love and support you. It can be talking about, you know, the things that you have done in the community, maybe how you see yourself loving and helping and showing up to the community. But I do feel for a lot of this is talking about really connecting to that soul tribe, finding the people that are going to really support your healing, your growth, okay? The rest and rejuvenation was right behind that, because it's taking you must rest and rejuvenate right now. You must take the time to sit and to meditate and to be patient, you know, to allow the stars to align so that you can move forward. And then the thinking man, you see, as you allow this rest and rejuvenation to happen, the thinking man has the time to be able to really process. Focus on the crystal within his hand. Choose the archway behind him that he wants to go forward in, okay? There is forward movement here. Like, it's not a gateway because you're not, you know, going forward, going into something, moving through something, right? That's why it's a gateway. Okay, it opens that flow so that you are able to, you know, feel and kind of almost experience a higher flow of that cosmic energy, right? And as that higher flow of cosmic energy comes into our lives, it inspires it inspires our soul, you know, it really does. I know nothing about ascension codes or any of that, but I do know from my research and just reading into it, you know, as your higher consciousness awakens, right? It's almost like things inside you just kind of get flicked on, you know, and it's like, aha, okay, this makes sense. And then it sparks kind of a light, okay? All right, we're going to see what our guardians and our angels have to say. We're going to pull a card for the guardians and the angels here. And who is with us helping us through this gateway? The traveler, move in a new direction. Look at that. And winter, take care of your needs. On the very bottom here, take care of your needs. Wow. Mother Earth behind that, feel loved and comfort. But look at this. The traveler, move in a new direction. Okay? And that is very much what, you know, this Lion's Gate is talking about. It is talking about changing the direction that you have been going, acknowledging that, you know, you can only go, like, you can only see once something is awakened in you, once you know something. How does that go? Oh my gosh, I heard somebody say it yesterday and I was like, I need to remember how to say that, because before you know, you're at no fault, right? But once you kind of like acknowledge and know of certain information, going back and reverting to ways or patterns that you maybe have done something before you knew what you know now, right? Those, you can't go back to that. Okay, once you know something new, you must continue to move forward, move in a new direction. So the traveler here, the message is welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. The road you are on may be a road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it is about covering distance within you, and that will be evolving every single minute of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because it will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you will make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. Isn't that special? Especially since this community came out right now, right? So maybe it is even, you know, talking about creating new kind of soul tribes, you know, creating that new kind of like, just that new kind of support system, you know, for you. I know my support system in the last few months has changed and grown like hugely, drastically. And like to think that I have these huge special blessings in my life, these relationships in my life now. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I never even knew I needed them so bad. All right, embrace and embody. Would you like the collective divine feminine to embrace and embody? One card, Spirit. What is the divine feminine? This and that is true. Dolphin spirit. And the white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. Look at that. And a rebirth, bat on the bottom. A rebirth is assured. Of course it is. But look at this. The dolphin spirit. To embody and to embrace the dolphin spirit, yes. Because this and that are true. You see, nothing in life is black and white. Spirituality is not black or white. It is so colorful. It is so beautiful, you know, and be open to that. Be playful with that. Dolphins enjoy life. They love life. Okay. They enjoy being like a dolphin is a mammal, but yet lives in the water. You know, they enjoy the duality of it. Okay. This and that is true. What a colorful card. And then white raven spirit, trust in the magic. And this is so much trusting in spirit. Trusting in the fact that there is things so much outside of the realms that you may not even see. Like I'm sorry, I'm going to read this white raven. Nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and the white raven spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see what white raven is guiding you and aligning you to a messenger from Spirit and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways that the eye cannot always see and the mind cannot always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and the miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of the Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. Wow. Absolutely. All right. Wow. That was quite the oracle. It was quite the oracle message now, wasn't it? So let us actually get into this tarot here. Okay, so we're just going to pull 3 lines here for our recent past energy, our present, and our near future energy. Recent past energy here. Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups yet again. Eight of Wands, death and rebirth. Five of Wands, near future. And the Lover's on the bottom. Look at that. And then the Chariot. Wow. And the King of Pentacles again. Well, that's interesting. I seen the oh yeah, okay. The King of Earth is underneath the Minor Arcana there. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Lovers and the Chariot. So again, for some of you, love may be changing a direction here. Okay, so for recent past energy here, you had the Five of Pentacles, or we have as the Divine Feminine, has the Five of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Wands, and then the Five of Cups. You see, the Five of Pentacles is talking about being lonely. It's talking about being left out in the cold. It's talking about the hardships, the trials, the things that have been really challenging to overcome, okay? But look here, the moonlight is shining on the key, and the lock is here. You see, the Five of Pentacles is talking about coming from that place, no longer needing to be in this place of despair, no longer needing to be left out in the cold, okay? This has been a phase that, yes, we have all felt. This loneliness, whether it was literally low finances or it was relationships coming apart, it was breakups, okay? Whatever this energy is, there has been that despairing feeling. You know, it could even just be coming, you know, even from, you know, how 2020 has been so far, you know, with lockdowns and feeling that, you know, we just weren't moving, right? As recent past energy, though, I feel as though for more than one of us, for sure, we have definitely just been feeling this despair, okay? And then look at here, the Knight of Wands right after that. That despair was there, yes, but there was something that sparked this light within inside of us. Okay, and through that despair, and maybe working through that despair, working out, you know, acknowledging we no longer wanted to be in this phase, accepting the key that was given to us in the moonlight, you know, opened us up to acknowledging and really embracing the fact that we are so unique. Okay, we are a fire-beating badass bitch all day long with that black horse going crazy in the back, okay? We are so powerful, so authentic. And when we show up to ourselves, when we show up to the true being that we are, we ignite a light. Okay, we do. We ignite a massive light within inside of our souls. Okay, and that happened. Acknowledging and igniting that light within us, I mean, it definitely was able to bring us to this Five of Cups, because look at here. Can you see how she is actually tipping out? Like, these cups have already been spilt over here, okay? And she's got this energy, this pearl that's deep down in the sand, okay? And look here, she's tipping out this last cup. Because she acknowledges in this phase, she is acknowledging that these cups, they don't serve her. She acknowledges that that hardship that she is feeling, that sorrow that she is feeling, yes, pain is inevitable. But the sorrow and the suffering that she has been carrying from that pain is something she no longer wishes to carry. Because you see back here is a cup full of colorful magic. Can you see that? Okay? And that cup is the cup that she is ready to accept. Okay? She is going to release the actual sorrow here. And she can do that because she acknowledges that that sorrow is not what defines her. She has come to become her own self. She has become her own knight in shining armor. Okay? She has been able to remove herself from that actual suffering. Okay? Yes, the painful lesson was still there. Yes, those hard times, these will be something that, you know, she won't forget. But she's not going to wake up every day suffering from this kind of pain. Okay? And look at here, look at this present energy, the Eight of Wands. And of course, you know, this whole Lionsgate portal is talking about, you know, this kind of like light switch of enhanced energy, higher consciousness energy. And that is what, you know, the Eight of Wands is talking about. It's literally talking about fireworks that just and happen, right? This is what it's talking about, right? There is going to be this higher flux of positive energy. There is going to be almost like this high download of this great positive energy that just turns on your switches and you truly start feeling, you know, this, I don't know, almost just like the healing starts turning on inside you. And I know that seems kind of crazy and out there, but I'm telling you that is how this is working. Okay, and it inspires this rebirth. It inspires this death and rebirth, because through this gateway, through this lion's gateway, you know, it is opening and aligning you to a higher way of thinking. You know, it's shedding the skin of the old. A rebirth is assured. Look at this, the bad. It just popped out to me right again. You know, a rebirth is assured. It's coming from what has been. But look at within inside this. I love this card, right? There is new light. There's a morning star. It's almost like Sirius actually right there, that bright star. It's almost like Sirius is poking through here, you know, and this rebirth is bringing you this massive download of healing. Okay, it's opening up, that energy with inside you almost to just like shatter the blockages that have been holding you back. Okay, and the Five of Wands after that, okay, it could almost feel like a whole lot of intense energy in all sort of places, I feel. Okay, it could almost leave you feeling, like, I don't know, almost like everything kind of got hit there. Does that make any sense, actually? Yeah, dynamic energy and leveling up. Yeah, I can see that, especially here. Yes, very much so. Leveling up, reaching a new height within yourself. Okay, maybe there has been some scattered indecision and stuff before, but I really feel this Five of Wands is like, it is just that next level for you. And I mean, leveling up is not an easy process. Sometimes it feels very very overwhelming, almost to a certain extent. But it's something with this energy surge that's coming in. I'm telling you, it is something that you're just going to have that spark of inspiration within you. Like, it literally is coming from nowhere, guys. So the near future was the Eight of Pentacles, of course, because we need to keep working on this. Look at the Eight of Pentacles. The moon cycles are all before her. It's not like this girl has not completed cycles. She sits here. She's doing an inventory of the cycles that she has done. She's doing an inventory on the work that she has done. But the Eight of Pentacles is saying, and now we continue to work. Okay? Yes, cycles have been completed. Yes, you are at a good phase, but work still must be done. Okay? There is still a ways to go. There's still things that need to be put into this. Okay? Keep moving. Keep working at it. Okay? Don't just stop here because you're like, man, this is good enough. No. Okay? Dig deep. Keep moving forward. Once this transformation happens, once this, death and rebirth happens and you download these energies, move yourself forward. Acknowledge that, okay, well, now I know more. Okay, now I know more. Now I have to do better because I know more. I have more knowledge in what I didn't know before. So therefore, I can hold myself to higher accountability. I can strive for a better, path. I can strive, to show up in the world energetically as a more powerful being than I was before, because now I'm in the know, right? This Ace of Cups, look at this. The cup from Spirit, right? This love offering that like literally just comes in, and the Ace of Cups is opportunities, but it's also, the abundance. It's feeling the wholeness to this. And this again is something that is coming in with all of this energy where you're just going to be like, where did this come from? And Spirit's like, I'm just giving you love. Okay? I'm pouring you some love juice because you continue to work at yourself, Like the Ace of Cups, it's not talking about a full cup. It's talking about an overflowing cup. The Four of Wands behind it. This completion and this celebration to be where you are. To celebrate the life that you are having, the life that you are creating, the life you are co-creating with Spirit. It's celebrating what you have overcome. It's celebrating the trials. It's celebrating, the tribulations and all that it has taken you to really open your heart up, to open your soul up, and to align you to where you are actually at right now. It hasn't been an easy process, but it is something that is worth acknowledging. It's something that is worth celebrating now that you are here. Because now you know. Now you have leveled up. You are moving into this higher understanding. You are moving into this place of higher knowing. And the Four of Swords behind that, Take the time out. It's funny that there was that huge, massive celebration, but what do you do after a day of partying? I for one, I know I take a nap. You know what I mean? Yes, celebrate the joy. Celebrate the excitement of being where you are, for sure. But then acknowledge that even through celebrating, we must still take the nap time. Okay, we must still allow ourselves the place to rest, the place to be quiet, okay? The place to really sit with ourselves and sit with spirit and just fall into the peace of it, fall into the peace of the quietness, okay? Okay, let us see. What are some challenges that we could be facing? What are challenges? What is the challenge that the Divine Feminine, what's the biggest challenge the Divine Feminine can be facing through this Lion's Gate? Biggest challenge for this Lion's Gate. The Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Look at that. And the Lover still on the bottom, holding strong here. Holy smokes. Okay. The challenge. Kind of like that Ace of Cups, this is almost like an idea that just comes in from spirit. Okay? And hits you at such a deep, intuitive, really thinking kind of level. Okay? This is something that is going to really... The air sign and the sword signs are all talking about your intellect, okay? And the Ace of Swords, this is that download from spirit where this idea is really just going to come very strongly into your head, okay? And it's almost like it's just kind of like that download and that light switch that all of a sudden spirit was like, here, look at this way. Look at this idea. And it could be something that is challenging and really, you know, challenges you to actually open yourself up to see it. Okay, it could be a new way forward where it challenges you really to just allow that kind of thinking process to even happen. Because I think sometimes we block out, you know, those downloads and we're like, oh, no, maybe that's just crazy. Allow yourself that time to really think that stuff through. You see the Seven of Cups here was right after, and it's almost as though like this idea comes in. Spirit gives you this idea. Okay, Spirit gives you this, and then it's like, there's all these cups in front of me, though. What cup do I choose? Which cup is going to fulfill me? Okay? How do I know what I want? And maybe this Ace of Swords kind of gives you this clarity, because the Eight of Cups was behind that Seven of Cups. That's walking away from all 7 of those cups and one more. Acknowledging that maybe what these cups were wasn't what you were after at all. And maybe that's why this idea is the challenge, right? Because what you thought you wanted under these cups really wasn't for you after all. And this download, this clarity to that allows you to see that. And that's not sometimes an easy thing. Sometimes when we acknowledge the cups that we have been wanting, or the cups that egotistically we have been wanting, right? Sometimes that's a hard truth to come to see. Sometimes the things that we, in our humanly kind of earthly, ego-led lives, you know, we want cups that come with all of these, you know, things, these belongings, these whatever they are. And then let's see, the self-awakening. What's the self-awakening here, Spirit? The Justice and the Magician. Look at that, and Judgment on the bottom. The releasing, okay? The coming full cycle. The being aware that what you have been through is something that this whole awakening, this whole Lionsgate portal, it again is just, it's aligning you to a different way forward here. Okay? It's allowing you to release yourself from the holds and these binds of what has been holding you before. Look at this though, the self-awakening, the justice. Okay? The understanding that it all has a purpose. And then the Magician, right? The Justice and the Magician. The karmic balance and the power within your hands. Okay? As you liberate yourself, as you align yourself to pass and remove yourself from negative energies and from things that just hadn't worked for you in the past. Okay? When you come true to yourself, when you draw the solid line of who you are, become aware of the powers, all the powers that you have been given, all the powers that have been granted to you, you know, to use to co-create with Spirit, to align yourself to a more higher purposed, higher conscious kind of life. Okay? Self-awakening. Holy smokes. We're going to pull a clarity just on these challenges. I just want to see what this Ace of Swords is. The Emperor. Look at this. The Ace of Swords. It's almost as though, you find your power within this Ace of Swords. Okay? It gives you maybe some sort of identity. The download is that, you are this powerful. And sometimes, it can be pointing out that, we need to acknowledge our power and understand that it doesn't, our power isn't by being bold and bossy and strong. It's about acknowledging that, certain things just must be, right? What is the Seven of Cups? Can you clarify the Seven of Cups for this challenge? The Eight of Wands. The change, the influx of high energy here. Wow. So the Seven of Cups to me, I feel almost as though it has kind of been the things that you have maybe just not been maybe it's almost like you're just unsure of what you even want. You're not sure what is underneath any of these cups. And the challenge here was clarified. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The challenge here was clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Mother of Cups, because it's almost as though just trust it. All of a sudden, these cups, you're going to find the clarity to them. Okay? It's almost like this spark comes in again. This portal, this gateway, as it opens, as energy influx comes, right? The Mother of Cups is High Priestess. She's very intuitive. She's very connected. She's very, she aligns herself and can see on both sides of the realm again. She's intuitive. This Seven of Cups, maybe it's something you have no idea where you want to go from here. And the Seven of Cups is just trust it. I know that's a bit of a challenge, but please trust it, okay? The Eight of Cups. The Four of Cups. Walk away from situations that don't serve you. The challenge is going to be here, as this clarity comes in with this Emperor, as this clarity comes in on who you are, what you stand for, okay, the life that you are going to make from here, as your higher consciousness awakens and you cannot go back to the patterns of the old. You now know more, so you cannot go back to the powers of the old, and that is what this is. That is what this Eight of Cups is. It's saying you need to walk away from the things that have been spilt. The cups that have been spilt and the cups that are not for you are not for you. And this clarity, this acknowledging that now you have this information, now you know this knowledge, you just can't. You can't go back to cups that were being selfishly kept from you. You cannot go back to any sort of situation, any sort of relationship, whatever that may be. You cannot go back to the same patterns as before. Because you know better now. The Justice, you know better now. You know better now. And with that knowing, now you create. With that knowing, it's time to now create what you know and manifest to a bigger, better kind of life. To a more fulfilling life. This is just, there's been so much work put in this year on what we are doing as spiritual beings and how we grow. And guys, this is, oh my gosh, this is a big one. Justice, Magician here, the self-awakening. Look at this, the Justice was clarified by the Justice. It's so balanced. The self-awakening is as you just align yourself to the healing, as you embody this higher consciousness, you truly embody the karmic balance of your life. Justice clarified by Justice. Wow. That blows my mind. And the Father of Pentacles again. Wow, that's kind of interesting. The Magician, the Father of Pentacles. You know that you can create the life that you want now. As you align yourself to this higher road, because now you just know. Now you understand. Now you are so stinking balanced. You are in the knowing. You co-create, you manifest, you change your world. You bring in whatever it is that you want to from here. okay? This is a time that you can financially change your entire world. Follow your intuition here. Follow yourself through this process. Follow spirit through this process so that you can open up what it is that is for you, okay? Holy smokes. All right, we're getting one last message here from the untethered soul. I just love this reading today, guys. One message from the untethered soul here. Am I missing something, Spirit? Spiritual energy is what you are experiencing when you are enthused by something. And all of this high energy comes up from inside of you. Wow, isn't that something? Spiritual energy is what you are experiencing when you are enthused by something. And all of this energy comes up from inside of you. And all of this high energy comes up inside of you. Well, that is beautiful. What a beautiful, stunning read for the Divine Feminines. All right, guys, that is it. Until next time, please, if you could, hit that likes button, the subscribe button. I would love to hear your comments. All right, take care, my friends. Bye now.